So guys, welcome back to my channel. For the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For the old subscribers, thank you for clicking on this video. So if you guys remember my last video, it was about the best way to send your opera proposals, right? And then one of the points I made, I was like, have a good selling point, right? And the selling point was a social media audit. So that is what we're going to be discussing in today's video. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what a social media audit is, how I explain it to people is a social media audit is a sample of the results, right, your potential clients want. Now, the reason why we are using a social media audit is for three main reasons. The first reason is to entice them, right, to give them a reason to hop on the meeting with you, right? The second reason is to increase your probability of closing that person as your client. And the third reason is to provide value to that person. So just in case you do not close that person as a client, at least whatever that person carries, right, out of the meeting, he's going to implement in his own business. So guys, before I hop into my computer and go through the audit, make sure you download this template. It's going to be at the bottom of this description. Do not request access because I will not grant you access to that file. If you want to download the file, make sure you click on files and make a copy. It's pretty simple. Make a copy and click on entire presentation. So let's hop onto my computer. So guys, welcome back to my computer, man. Let's jump straight into it, man. So the first slide obviously is going to cover their company's name, audits, then by your name. So for example, the company's name can be CIO Agency Audits, then by Confidence Onyema, right? Pretty simple. Then the goal, the next slide is the goal. Now the goal is going to be different for every individual, right? So depending on what that person wants, you have to, coin your text to what that person wants, right? So for me here, the goal was to build the person's social media following, right, with the person's podcast content, and as a byproduct, increase the podcast views. So that's basically the goal. Now, the next step is now the problems, right? Now, usually for here, the problems, what I do is I go to their social media profiles and now show them what is not working on their social media profiles and what they need to improve. So that's what I do for the problems. Then the solution, obviously, is now to show them what they need to do, what they need to change, right? Usually what I do here is I usually create like 2 sample posts. So I kind of show them a snippet again, right? Show them a snippet of like what it's meant to look like, if you know what I'm trying to say. So that's the fifth slide right here. Then the sixth slide, basically the bottom line is to just reiterate what they are doing wrong and tell them what they need to do, right? So on here I was like, your followers don't respond well to just quotes, right? They respond better to your face with quotes, right? So again, you can see example. You can click on that once you download this presentation. You can watch this video and stuff like that. Then here is what to post. Now, usually what happens here is this is where I show them like the sample post I've created for them, the captions and the hashtags I've created for them, right? So it's pretty simple. Just literally create, the sample post and everything you need to do, right? So that's what I usually do here. Again, you can change any of this. Like, it does not have to be quotes. Like, if it was like like a celebrity Instagram account, again, no one cares about the quotes in celebrity Instagram accounts, right? They care about celebrities saying something, right? That's what they care about. So you can definitely change this and switch it up to how you want it to be. And then here I usually tell them, hey, the more you post, the more you grow, man. And I usually tell them that, the more you post, the more you grow. But I recommend 3 times a day. You know what I mean? Like, that is what it is. Then bottom line, I usually try to tell them, hey, like, with the right content, with the right hashtag strategy, right? And with the right consistency, you inevitably grow your audience and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Then here, the next slide is I usually explain to them that, posting is not enough, that they have to still leverage all the tools that Instagram or whatever social media app they use, right? They have to leverage everything, right? So for example, engagement, they have to leverage stories, they have to leverage commenting on other people's Instagram posts and stuff like that, right? Again, if you don't offer this engagement service, you can just easily delete the slide. You don't really have to do this. But for me, I know that I do it, but I had it here because I did pitch it to the person. Then the next slide is basically to set the expectations. Now, this is very important because you don't want to give them a false expectation. That's the worst thing to do. Like, don't give them a false expectation. Explain to them that, this is how we work, that I cannot start working with you and by next week I'll build your following to like 10,000 followers. It's not even possible. It's not just possible, right? Unless you go viral or something like that. And usually here is where I explain to them that, we work, we have a 90-day commitment because, again, social media management is a long-term play. That is how I explain to them, right? And this sets the tone because they have to understand that obviously it's not a quick fix. You can't just grow your social media following by next week. It's not possible. Things like that. And the next slide is basically a summary. So this is usually where I just explain to them what I've already said all on here, right? And just explain to them, hey, just a summary, these strategies apply to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, these are the three things you need. You need content, you need good hashtag strategy, and you need engagement, things like that. And the last slide, usually for the last slide, honestly, you don't really have to do anything in this last slide. You can actually even delete it. Because the reason I actually have this last slide here was because the person I had the meeting with, right? He had a YouTube channel, right? And I have a YouTube channel too, but I don't offer any YouTube services. But I was like, out of I just wanted to just give him an extra value again. I just tell him what he needs to do to grow his YouTube channel. Again, you don't even have to do any of this. You can delete this last slide, right? So yeah, I really hope you gain a lot of this, man. Please make sure you download the templates. If you want to download this template, all you have to do is click on files, click on make a copy, and just hit entire presentation, and you're done. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this, man. Peace. So guys, I really hope you start implementing this social media audits when closing your social media marketing clients. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like it and make sure you comment down below and tell me what you guys think about the video. Also, one more thing, please comment down below and tell me what you want to see in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. It's Confidence signing out. Peace.